Oh,
Look, I'm not even gonna put the intro on.
but to be honest,
we're gonna go right in.
Nah, do an intro.
I always put the intro. In the
Just add it,
head.
just
do
add
an
it.
intro.
All right, so look, so all right, so remember 5, 4, 3, 2. I showed the wrong gorilla.
No, but what's the gorilla for? Fuck that nigga.
He's live. He's on here.
Yeah, we got the Abdel intro inside.
Like
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Bro, the Abdel's intro is pretty fucking sweet.
send
Actually.
you my
No.
logo.
He showed me earlier. Abdel, look at it. He's live.
Like Abdel,
He knows. He knows. That's a 30-second commercial on the Super Bowl.
No. Put it again.
hold on, I'm gonna put it again. He said that's a Super Bowl commercial. No
That's a
way.
Super Bowl commercial.
No way. Hold
Yo.
on.
No, all jokes aside.
Yeah, late.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Start again. Start the
Press
30.
play. Press play again.
Oh, there you go.
Why do I keep doing that?
No, because the way I found some so dope.
The best
say it,
mortgage
but
the best mortgage in the industry. Follow.
Yes, Prime Mortgage.
Prime mortgage, the best in the industry.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
There you
Is
go.
that your man really looks like that gorilla, though.
Yeah. He's
For
a fucking
real.
gorilla, dog.
That's the
Yo, bro,
logo.
you see
That's
he
the
be throwing up
brand.
130.
What? That's juice, though. He told me to take steroids.
Nah, he don't take
Bro,
steroids.
he's got fucking a lot. That's a lot of strength, bro.
Yeah.
That's power.
He could use that
steroids
strength.
is crazy.
He could use that strength to lower the interest rate. It would have been amazing.
That's a good one.
And you can lower it down. Bring the interest rate down.
Yo, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Now I'm impressed.
That's a good one.
Yo,
Shit.
tell Baldy to answer his phone before. No.
Who's that?
I don't know. Well, I'm not the Baldy.
Who's that?
I don't know. Some fucking.
I'm always being threatened, bro.
Some fucking.
Heavy lies the crown.
Just
Sort of
some
No,
girl
yeah.
some girl that's going for triathlon. She works out 70.
All right, so
7 times a day.
we're
Oh, Michelle Garcia?
Nah. You just gonna start dropping names. Fucking genius.
put everybody out there before the right one hits.
No.
Yeah.
So are we gonna do the intro?
Who be fake working out every
Oh,
day?
Pam?
Nah.
Oh, who?
Who be fake working out every day?
Cynthia?
Genesis.
Oh.
The fake
fuck
working
that.
out.
This nigga's crazy.
Fake working out.
Yo, get this nigga out of the room.
Damn.
Who's so yes, there's a couple of people on here.
So
Fake,
why don't we do
super
this?
fake.
Man, should we put matter of fact?
Who, huh? She put fake?
Because I said fake working out, she wrote fake question mark.
You know,
Nah, she really works out.
I don't believe it.
Nah, she works out.
She works out?
Yeah. I saw her doing push-ups in Fort Lee.
push-ups.
Yeah, she was doing push-ups.
Cynthia jumps on. I don't fake work out.
Oh,
No fake workouts.
oh
Yo,
shit.
he just shit on everybody. Now they all gonna come attack him.
No, but I never even said fake workout. He said people who he said shit. He just got me in trouble. He said triathlon, and the people who I see working out on Instagram is his girl Cynthia.
Yeah.
Is Genesis, is Pam, is
Michelle.
Michelle.
They work out.
No, they work out. They fucking lift tires 600
And
pounds.
they eat mad food.
Yeah, they eat.
They eat.
The formula's right. Because
They
the
eat
way
like
they be
raw-
moving in the fucking gym, I swear to
Yeah.
God, bro, that's hard shit they be doing.
And then they eat tacos and burgers and fucking. It's all good. But yeah, are we gonna
He
have?
said it's all good.
Are we gonna have a real conversation? John don't want to have a conversation about people thinking
What,
this
did
life
they-
is easy.
That's what they said?
Nah, you just
What they
don't
said on
want.
there? Hold on. I could go live too with this. Let's see how we doing.
John
Just
don't
go
want to have
live.
the conversation about people thinking.
Shit,
this
I'm
life
gonna go
is
live.
easy. This life is easy, right?
Shit, I might go live too. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, oh shit. How you do this? I'm getting nervous. All right.
Right. Cynthia says she'll bench press John.
No.
Let him go live.
Don't
So
even
I
start
can
this.
comment. No. Don't go comment on John's live.
I gotta set this up though properly right there.
Put it right there.
This is reverse camera? How you did it? Reverse, right?
Yeah, reverse camera.
There you go. Oh shit. All right.
Hold on, let me.
We're gonna put it no. We're gonna put it against this right here.
What's that? Oh shit. Well, I thought I had more battery, but I don't have a wire.
This shit's pointed at my balls.
What?
Just, I gotta hide my balls. Gotta hide my balls.
And pick that up.
What?
Just pick that up. Pick up the request.
Oh wait, how you do it? Join live? Where are you? View request.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, you don't got something to balance the shit out? Or get a little higher? All right.
Yeah, we could.
Look at fucking sty. I got a sty in my eye. Look at this shit. Oh, it's picking up twice. You got lower once though. Now you got to go completely.
Yeah, that's gotta be like.
There you go. All right, cool. We're about to begin. All right, we're live from Truepod Studios right now. This is actually the podcast room in our office. He's like right next to me, by the way, guys.
He's gotta shut his volume off.
You got to what?
Shut his volume
go.
off.
Yeah. All right, cool. Look, he's right here, right next to me. Yeah. All right.
So, John, you really want to have this conversation, John?
I think we should.
About what?
About real life entrepreneurship.
Real life entrepreneurship? Yeah.
Like the real shit. Like
I think we could kick out some motivational
Yeah.
inspiration.
I can still motivate you, but I'm.
I see the energy coming out. You see it, right?
I'm kind of scared of Ken today.
The energy's out. I don't know.
Yeah. He's drinking mad water. First time I seen him drink water in, 5 years?
What's going on, Oz? Shout out to Oz, man.
Oh, I was there?
Oz is here, man. Oz is yo, Oz, I'm gonna drop that video. I promise you. The movie is dropping on March 17th. Stay tuned for the DMG movie directed by Oz, the infamous Oz.
Cool.
March 17th.
DMG, champ. DMG.
Look.
My bad.
I got a little pimple.
A little pimp.
But are we really gonna
I
have
don't know if it's hormones or I'm horny. I don't know. Something.
we really gonna have the conversation about the space of entrepreneurship? I hate that word.
Okay.
You know what bugs me about entrepreneurship?
What?
It's so hard for me to fucking spell the word every time.
I'm not gonna lie. I still probably get it wrong
Right?
now, bro. It's French, isn't it?
Is it?
It's
Entrepreneur. I don't even know.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to spell.
It has like
It's
a French. It has like a French.
Yo, you know what's so crazy about that word? That once you actually get it right, you actually go, whew. Like while you're typing
it's,
it.
it's the panor part.
Yeah. Yeah.
The intrapreneur.
Frias, what's up, Frias? Frias. Naselda.
Ali
Shout out to Naselda. She's our in-house ITIN specialist.
Absolutely.
In-house ITIN specialist. She is. Oh shit! I was about to say some shit.
No,
I'm joking. It's just a podcast, but she's responsible for filling up the whole Home Depot.
Yeah, this guy's wild.
No. She's our in-house specialist for ITIN. So go see Frias if you have a person who's a non-documented what? How do you say it without getting in trouble?
Oh yeah, non-documented or non-citizen.
A non-citizen. She's able to get them their working papers, their ITIN, which is
an identification number.
Yeah, it's an identification number for the Social Security Department. That's not a Social Security number, but it's only for work purposes. Okay.
Yep. For the taxes.
Just for work purposes. I'm actually talking about ITIN. A lot of people feel that when they get the ITIN that
They can slap somebody.
Yeah, that
they're legit 100%.
And with ITINs, you're actually not qualified for any of the credits that a normal, I wouldn't even call it normal, but a person with a citizen with a Social Security number gets. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. If they don't have that ITIN,
you don't qualify for the earned income credit if you have kids.
Child
you know
tax credit.
You don't qualify for that. It just allows you to file taxes
And work.
And one of the biggest misconceptions about that is that there's some of the people who file the fastest and always on time because they think that's one key tool to keeping them in the country.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a way for the IRS to collect money off them for making money in the country.
Yeah.
But right away, the government will like apprehend
No,
them real
basically,
quick.
basically,
Yeah, they'll give you that number.
Yeah.
yeah, they give you that number.
Give me my
They'll
money.
give you
No,
two of
so
those
look
numbers.
it. Actually, talking about that, I'm gonna flip the camera. How you?
He
Flip
doesn't
this?
have an ETIN.
Yeah,
he
so
doesn't have
Alex,
like,
so Alex, right here, you are a legal immigrant, correct?
I am a legal U.S. citizen. All right?
No, come on,
You
man.
see, I
for real.
knew
Just
before.
kidding.
I
No,
knew
no, real
before-
stuff, guys.
I'm
We're
so
not
proud.
even joking. If
I'm
you
so
guys
proud.
are on the live with us,
Yeah.
Alex was an illegal
He was
immigrant,
never
right?
he was.
I was at one point, but then I became a resident alien. Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you guys know as aliens.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
think they could have done a better job with that.
yeah.
For a long time, I was an alien, and
Yeah.
it doesn't make it any better that my card was green, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a fucking alien.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But then I got my citizenship, obviously.
Gotcha.
Got naturalized.
So
Naturalized.
for tax purposes, those that
Yeah.
have ITIN,
Yeah. Well, let's say you're a parent that has 2 kids and they don't have a social security number. You're not eligible for those tax credits
Right.
with a ITIN. But I would look into something recently.
So you got a social, like a whole social.
I have a social security
like all
number.
9.
Yeah.
All 9.
You
They
said
go
got
nine- they
all
didn't- they
9
didn't hold-
digits.
They
Yeah.
didn't hold one just in
No,
case.
I have all my
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
all my 9. So yeah, I'm eligible for those credits. But I think right. and-
Wait, but more importantly, when you were found, it was Home Depot, right? You were a contractor?
Yeah, but it was Lowe's.
Lowe's.
I got you.
because he knew English.
I knew English.
Yeah,
son.
yeah,
He was at
yeah.
Lowe's.
I graduated from Home Depot to Lowe's.
Got you.
And then while I was
Gotcha.
at Lowe's, you know,
Okay.
I found an Italian guy that they hired me for like a couple of months.
I
And
gotcha.
then, you know,
Okay.
I ended up going into business with him for about
Yeah.
5 months. And then
Okay.
after I quit, you know, I came back. No,
Yo, actually, no, real shit. This ain't a joke, guys. And you know,
I was taking you guys for a walk on that one.
We always kind of joke just to get the vibes out.
Absolutely.
But talking real stuff, before you even had a social security number, you like really came in the country hardcore, like
absolutely.
under a bus and everything, right?
Well,
Some shit
not
like
under
that?
not under a bus.
No, we're not joking. Guys, this is serious.
He's
Yo,
close
my
to
teeth
it.
look good. Look at that shit. Invisalign. Shout out to
Fucking Invisalign. I
to
think I'm gonna have to
Jersey
get that for
City
my bottom tooth, bro.
orthodontics down there.
Been
My
looking at
man,
my bottom tooth,
Ryan
bro.
Trubley. You got my teeth right. But and they real. There's no porcelain or nothing. All right, hold.
What's his
so
name?
yeah, Ryan Trubley.
Ryan Trubley.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
magician.
Yeah. He's a magician with
He's a
teeth.
magician with teeth.
But long story short, damn, they going Alex climbed the wall. That's fucked up, man.
Nah, I was actually on the seesaw
So-
on one side.
so Alex,
for a long time.
he actually got into the country illegally, correct?
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna reverse the camera. Hold on.
I'm gonna be like this, right? Yeah, it was illegally, right? Obviously, this was post 9/11. There wasn't
Yeah.
all that craziness.
How old
going
were
on.
you?
I was 4 years old.
You was 4.
I was 4 years old.
Damn.
I was a little kid. Me and my older sister at the time, with my mother.
So you got here on a submarine.
Yeah, I wish it would have been a submarine.
Shout out to Mike Medwin, Paul Miller BMW got me every.
Oh, that's
Yeah, Mike.
that's Mike.
Yeah, Mike
Come
got
on,
me
be
for
nice.
like $4 million in cars in the last like 6-7 years.
I didn't climb.
So you know what, Mike? Shout out to you, but go fuck yourself.
Mike?
Yo, shout out to Mike. I need an oil change.
They said, yo, they going in on the chat.
Hey,
they
listen.
They said Trump is watching.
Trump. Hey, this was. It wasn't post. This was before 9/11. This is before Trump. I was 4 years old, guys.
Uh-huh.
I was a little kid, and you know, came over here with my mom and my uncle, who was in the back of the pickup with like 5 other guys, with a blanket, you know, wrapped over them, because
Wow.
you know the helicopters and shit, they would be able to see if you were transporting people. So it was me. It was my mom and the coyote driving, and then me and my sister were at her feet. And throughout the whole ride, I got sick actually when I got to Arizona. I got
Motion sickness. Huh?
no, I got really sick, and I got hospitalized after I crossed, obviously. But,
Oh wow.
But I was a little kid, and then I remember my mom just telling me and my sisters, like, cállense. O si no van a ver a su papá.
Yeah.
Like, be quiet, shut up. Because there would be times, you'd have to black out, and helicopters up there and shit. I didn't remember too much, but I do remember some little things. And it's crazy because I was 4 years
Abdel's
old.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Abdel, you're going to hell. Abdel just said, sorry, Alex. You can't get a mortgage, buddy.
That's crazy.
That's damn. They going in.
Nah, man, Uncle Sam's, he squared away with me, man. Uncle Sam got no
man.
problems.
Wow.
But I did go through that experience, and I can definitely relate to a lot of the people who come here, first generation.
Yeah.
They didn't really have nobody here that knew the country.
Yeah.
So I was actually here. I'm actually the first generation that actually grew up here. My
It's
parents,
like Ryan Bruce, one of our in-house people.
What? He didn't come here through Mexico.
No, he said no.
Oh,
he came through submarine, right?
No. He got deported from. No, he left Jamaica.
He's not from Jamaica.
He's from
Aruba.
He's from Aruba.
somewhere, and he was.
No, he's from Barbados.
Barbados, my bad.
Yeah.
Barbados. There you go.
He's from Barbados.
Also, yo, that is not.
He said
Jamaican. And then he came. It was a banana leaf.
Yeah.
Like
A banana boat.
banana leaf. It was like 4,000 leaves, and he floated all the way to.
I'm
Wait, what?
assuming he's live. He's on here?
Huh? I don't know. Is
Oh
he?
my god.
Oh, he's from Barbados.
He's
Yes.
from Barbados. Come
He's-
on, man.
That's my man Riri.
He's
Riri.
Rihanna's,
What's up, Riri?
cousin?
Ty Lawrence said, "Miss y'all. We miss you too, man. That's the only black girl that I know that is so white.
like Ty.
She's like my white black girl. You know?
Oh, you can't say that, John. First
no,
of all,
there's nothing wrong with saying that. First of all, she's
half white.
no, she is half white. No, her mom is Puerto Rican, I think. Right?
Mom was Italian.
Yeah. Actually, what's funny is that Ty Lauren and her dad are in this live at the same
No
time.
way.
These guys,
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wonder sometimes.
Yo, actually, her dad just texted me agreeing with me that he loves the white girl that she has become.
Oh wow.
Wow, Chris Productions, yo. Yeah, he said correct. You know?
Yeah.
Ty.
Okay.
Ty's the reason why we post so much on social media.
Yeah, she's really
Ty's
for
active,
real, for
man.
real.
She's active on TikTok, big time.
She
too.
convinced me to believe that posting is good for my business and that people actually care.
No, you know what's this is real conversation. Ty, I've known her a really long time, right? And Ty was the first individual to actively persuade a hard-headed person that I actually had influence, right? Because you get so used to doing something that you think is just normal habit. And she's like, no, bro, like, you don't use it as that, but you're fucking influential. Like, dude, you got to really run with this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really like putting myself out there like that. She's like, no, do it. It's fine. Now, you see me more of like the Truthful Taxes page is more of like the life of a CEO.
Yeah.
Of,
I agree.
Of a tax company. It's not really a tax. The tax company is
We are
Truthful
We
Taxes.
are Truthful Taxes. Absolutely.
Shout out to Pam for killing We Are Truthful Taxes. Like, she's killing that. And everything that Pam does with the company. But my tax page is not really a tax page. It's more of a page where you can relate to that type of CEO who came from where 95% of our following comes from.
Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. So that's where I take that Truthful Taxes page and I run with that because it's me. So if you go through every post, you see that it's like it's like raw emotion of an individual.
Yeah.
But then when you read Truthful Taxes, you're like, what the fuck? Then you go through, you're like, oh shit, I connect with that guy. Oh wait. And the next thing you know, you wind up being intrigued and go, I get what he does. I see what he runs. This is cool. And then you see everybody honest testimonial about their experience with the company, including Ty, and people love it. We're a community.
Yeah, we're a community.
We are Truthful
We're a
Taxes.
community. Yep. We're a community.
But Ty is the one that's responsible for morning fuel and all that other BS that I would.
Yeah,
do.
Ty is responsible for about fucking 400,000 in social media every year.
So she's the one.
Thank you,
that-
Ty, for the bill.
She's the one that
Thank you.
convinced us that we're not just tax professionals or
Yeah.
entrepreneurs. I hate that. I don't know why I don't like that word.
Entrepreneurs.
I just don't like it's used freely.
Like it should have. You feel like it should have more value.
It should have more value and it's used freely. Like,
Oh, I'm an entrepreneur.
okay, so
What are you doing as an entrepreneur?
Yo, look how I'm gonna balance the phone. You ready? John being an engineer.
That's why
He's got
With
an
an
orange.
and
that's
I'm gonna balance the phone.
yo,
Yeah.
that's the orange that
shit.
that Ryan brought from Barbados. But yeah,
Hold on.
that's why I think the word is used freely, right? It's
No, we
just-
good. I got it. We're good. Yeah, we on.
That word, I don't know. Is it just me that feels that way?
Why? How you gonna put it higher? Oh, you
Come
got
on,
something?
man.
Just a
Is
little
it-
higher because it's on my balls right now.
IG, what you guys think about that? Do you think that word is used freely?
What? Well, ask a question at IG. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, what I just said, entrepreneurship. That word is.
Oh
used
yeah, that's
freely.
perfect after that. And then throw that one there.
Let me use that. Let me see the orange. Let me see the orange.
Yeah, hold on. Here, throw it in here. Oh, you slammed my phone.
This guy's a fucking. Okay, we have.
Oh shit, it's
Hilda.
really on my balls.
We got Ty.
I got it.
Come on.
Yeah, perfect. No.
Frashamar, what's going on, Frashamar?
All right. Yeah, perfect. Now it's good. Frashamar, shout out to Frashamar all the way out in Florida.
Florida in the building.
She's one of our tax support all the way out in Florida, who's responsible for 40 people. It's her first year with
tax support.
tax support, and I think people really understand that support's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. We have I think about 10 different supports or
We have
8.
about 8, I think.
8 internal supports that support 40 people each in the company, right? Because bottom line, you're not gonna, if you come in with Truthful Taxes and you learn how to do taxes, that doesn't give you 15 years of tax experience.
No.
So what support is there is to guide you, make sure that the taxes you push out are accurate, and give you, some beautiful gems as you get through the tax season, right? But support inherits 40 people's problems on a daily basis. Alex, you're actually support, right?
This is true.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is true. First year tax support,
First year tax support.
and it is a position of responsibility.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's transformed or it evolved into a life coach.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We do touch on a few
So for
factors
instance,
within the tax support.
So for instance, I just finished saying entrepreneur like is used freely, right?
yeah.
And the reason why I say that, part of the reason why I say that is that most people in that space, they say 99% of that in that space are out there on their own, right? They have no one to like really hold their hand.
Yeah.
There's nothing, right? In this particular case, remember when I had the conversation earlier where I said that John did something that only John would think of?
Yeah.
Is that telling 100% of everyone he meets that you could be an entrepreneur?
You can do it.
You can do it, and in reality, that's not true.
Well, I mean, it is true to extent. They can be an entrepreneur in what fits their bill. Right?
Exactly. To what level they would want to take it.
Everybody can be an entrepreneur in the area that they love to do the most. So if you love to do podcast engineering, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
If you was getting paid very, very, very well to do that, would this be, and you own the business, and would this be what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right, cool. But if I told you could be an entrepreneur, doing push-ups in the snow every day, you might not want that at some point in time. It's gonna get cold. Like 8 hours a day doing push-ups is hard.
Unless you enjoy it, though. Unless you're
a monster.
Unless you're passionate fitness. I think I know what you're trying to say, right? Everyone has the ability to be an entrepreneur within something they enjoy and love.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
But that's like saying everyone can go to the moon. Yes, everyone can.
I think
anyone
that's
can
too different.
accomplish
Not everybody can go to the moon.
Well, not everyone can be on.
I can't
The Earth's flat, guys.
Well, yeah, the moon is in Cali in a
You
studio.
know why? You know why? Almost every time I engage in some sort of entrepreneurial talk with most people I see, if we get down that road of talk, is because I always look at things don't waste time, right?
Yeah.
If you love sneakers and you want to open a sneaker store,
Do it.
I would tell you do it, but I'm gonna tell you understand you're gonna hit a wall. What's that wall? You're gonna sell so many fucking sneakers, and there's only so many fucking sneakers fit in your store, so you're gonna cap yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you just sell it online?
That's we're
Bigger market.
Yeah. So it's like that's why I tell people get into taxes because it's like the market's unlimited, right?
Yeah, I think within our company, I think that people hear that and they don't realize how big the opportunity is because most of the time, and this is for probably like 9 out of 10 of the people that are opening a business, you settle into where you're from, you know, and then your possibilities are limited by what you see.
Yeah.
And e-commerce and, you know, when you're able to touch more markets, sometimes we don't realize that we can actually touch those markets because we never really came out of that comfort zone.
But I think the reason why I do that is because I wanted to be a gym teacher, right out of college, right? I love
For real?
Yeah. I play ball, and I'm like, you know,
you want to have the summer off.
Yeah, I want to have the summer off.
That's dope.
But then when I did taxes, I'm like, oh shit, this is easy, right? I didn't plan to do taxes. I just said, oh wait, hold on, this is guaranteed too. Oh wait, hold on, like everybody on file tax. Oh wait, so I say, you know what? This is the easier route that has so many benefits that make a lot of money. You know what? I may not like to do taxes, but I'm going to do taxes, right? Like it's it's
money,
a
the
no-brainer
money,
for me
yeah, the
because what essentially happens is they look at somebody like Ken, right?
All right.
For real, you look at Ken and you go, shit, this guy's killing it in taxes. He works for a tax company on the inside, and he owns his own restaurant. I want to be just like him. Ken, where did you start?
Taxes.
All right, you see where I'm going?
But okay,
so it's inevitable, right? So that's what I'm saying. I eliminate all routes. Like, yo, time out. If that could get me to the places that I really want to be, then you know what? Fucking, I'm a ride out and do that. You know.
So this is what, and we were having, I think, 2 separate conversations that now is
Fused to one.
right? Because we were having 2 separate conversations. But when it comes to that, okay, so we're gonna touch on the fact that he says you look at me and you see me do X, Y, Z, and he's like, oh shit, he's killing it, right? That's back to the conversation about entrepreneurship, that we make it look easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We make it look easy. Now, the reason why I make it look easy, part of it is I understood the tax side. So to me, when I leave this space and I'm moving in other spaces that has to do with, you know, business, I have a cheat code.
Because of your understanding.
Because I understand taxes. I don't have to
tell
the left hand.
That's how I feel too,
I don't
man.
have to ask the left hand, you know, what the right hand is doing, because I do it all. So that is a cheat code. Now,
right.
As far as the conversation about entrepreneur and I think there is certain people like John, when you see the success, we make it look easy.
Yeah, I think that's perceived that way, but I guess that.
And I just don't know. Like,
I honestly
the
think
long hours are not recorded.
No.
The late nights driving home are not recorded as much.
I do think that I do know that it's harder to maintain than what it is to actually make the money.
yes.
Like real shit. I had a conversation. Oh, instant relief. I had a
happened?
It was fucking bacon in here.
Okay. No, I
Fucking turned into my dude.
I'm looking at both of you like you got hoodies
I thought
on.
you fought. He's like, oh, it's
fucking-
the relief.
Yo,
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong
I
with
turned
him?
into a fucking Madudo here. I'm like, yo, so I think it's much harder to maintain what you have than actually making it. So I was having a conversation with a couple people in the office earlier today, and I said, there's different levels of being broke, right? and everybody's broke at their level, right? So a person who makes $100,000, right?
Yeah.
Will go, yeah, you know, when people talking to you, how you doing? I'm good. You know, I make $100,000. You know, but when they go home and they get that paycheck after paying their rent, their car, whatever, childcare, whatever, they go, oh, I need to make more money because I only got like $400 left after everything. And that's on $100,000. Because $100,000 after taxes is about $70K.
About 70.
$70K, right?
To be honest with you, I don't. If you're under, I could be wrong, and I might be exaggerating. But I think anything under 300 net, we're in the same ball. We're in the same.
The same playground.
And there's different stages of struggling. So, you know,
I don't care what it is.
At this stage where I'm at, matter of fact, let's use Ken. At the stage that Ken's at, has a restaurant, has a financial business, and works a 9 to 5. I wouldn't call it 9 to 5 because he doesn't.
Consulting,
but he has a role in house.
Mm-hmm.
He's struggling at that stage, which is a way higher stage than many other people.
Than 98% of the population.
But so then Ken could look at me and be like, well, I want to struggle at John's stage.
Yeah.
I'm fucking struggling up to this point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Different worries, different.
To maintain this, but at the same time, it's at this stage. Now, I don't want to struggle at this stage no more, so I got to keep putting the work in and actually more fight than actually income coming in order to crack the 20 to 30 to 40, $50 million that will allow me to go, cool, I no longer struggle at that stage. But once it gets to that part,
it's another one.
It's another different struggle.
Never ends.
You know?
It's never ends.
Yeah.
It never ends.
It's never, definitely never ending. But, you know, there's different.
I think at this point, at least, you're not chasing the actual money.
It's different. It's a different drive at that point, right?
You're
more driven by not failing.
Yeah.
The money
than the money itself.
The money is fictitious. The fight is real, right?
Ooh, wait, say that again.
Drop some for real. Drop some bars.
Say that again.
The money is fictitious because you can never actually see what you're gonna make.
Yeah.
But the fight to get there is actually real. You really going like, yo, I can only spend this, I can only spend that, all to chase a fictitious number that's up there. You know what I'm saying? So the money it's not really about the money, right? You want the money to come in, but what happens after the money? My man, you can't carry that load. You never held $1 million. You never made $1 million. You make $1 million right now, you're definitely broke in 24 months.
If
people know how to spend the money.
So check this out. Not even that. People don't even know how to spend it because I know people that spend it on bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right? So you don't even know how to spend it.
Spend it
like
on bullshit.
I know people that made $1 million and is like sneakers and fucking white beaters and like shorts. So I'm like, even you even need help learning how to even spend the money because if you're gonna blow it, then I'm gonna show you how to really
blow it.
The more you struggle in entrepreneurship, the more you struggle, the more you learn how to carry the load when you get it back. Okay? The more you struggle, right?
If you get it back.
If you get it back.
If
you get it back. Correct. So if you fail, you're done, bang, you feel like a loser. But let's say you're holding on to it, then you get that little sense of relief, like, oh shit, just caught a bag. Boom.
Find a way.
You go, you know what? I'm not gonna spend that the way I spent it before. Right?
If you get the opportunity.
If you get
the opportunity. So right now, I'm in one of those stages where it's like, I got robbed for a bag. I didn't lose the bag, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to recover and go, shit, time to buckle down. Let me get to this next stage, get over this hump. Boom. You know? So, I know, yeah. There's different levels of struggling, bro.
It's a different levels of struggling.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think the it's you're chasing. I don't even think John's level. He's not chasing the money. He's just chasing
greatness.
Everyone has different drives. Like, I'm not
something else, right? Besides that money is driving.
Yeah. I mean, what's chasing me right now is the tax deadline on March 15th. For everybody
true.
listening, if you are new, even though there's 10 people listening, but when we air it, at a later date,
we'll drop
March 15th, guys, March 15th is the tax deadline for businesses. But let me break down the business, okay? Break down the business for the deadline, okay? The deadline for corporations, S corps, partnerships, okay? That is March 15th. You have to file by March 15th. And the reason why they put March 15th, Alex, guess why?
March 15th, because it's a month away from the personal.
Well, you there. Go ahead. But why March 15th for the businesses? And when I say businesses, eliminate Schedule C. Okay?
It's corporations.
S corps and
I'm
C
just
corps,
talking about S corps,
partnerships.
C corps, partnerships. You are due by March 15th, except for Schedule C's. Okay? Schedule C's. Now, Schedule C self-employment.
Yeah.
Okay? That's due April 15th. Why is it due March 15th for those particular businesses?
I was saying to split them from the personal.
No, you're fucking wrong. No. The reason why it's due on March 15th is because the IRS is giving those businesses 1 month to get over the K-1s to the personal owners, dividends, or shareholders of the company so they can file that with their personal return.
I get it now.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes total sense. Damn.
100%. There's no magic to this.
Makes
They
total
cannot
sense.
have the taxes due on March 31st.
Along with everything else.
It's too soon to get the document over. So this is what the IRS put in place. The IRS said, yo, bro, if y'all don't file by March 15th or file an extension, we're going to penalize you $3,600 per partner or shareholder of your company. If you have a partnership and you got 10 partners,
It's a big hit.
you're going to get hit with a $3,600 penalty per. And okay, look at this is not a fake situation I'm telling you about. I got hit with $3,600 because the first year that I ever filed Truthful Taxes as a partnership, because I got investors, I actually didn't know about March 15th. I always thought it was April 15th. I never knew about March 15th because that was never my deadline.
Yeah.
So I filed it on March 21st. So I'm thinking I'm good.
You're
I'm like,
good.
yeah, I'm 3 weeks in advance. Yeah.
What a learning curve.
Bro, the fucking bill came in, said $3,600. I said, but ma'am, I called. I was like, ma'am, I filed on time. They're like, no, you didn't. It's March 15th. March 15th. I was like, what?
Learning curve.
They're like, yes, for corporations, partnerships, and S corps.
Holy
I
cow.
said, okay. But then she said there is this thing called a one-time tax abatement, and you can use it only one time in your lifetime. I said, yeah, can you give me that tax abatement, please? And they took off the whole bill instantly on the phone,
Yeah.
and then I got a letter confirming that.
Yeah.
But actually, tax abatement, you can get a one-time tax abatement.
It's basically like you made a
common error.
a mistake that was.
They're saying,
Yeah.
well, it's not a mistake. It's a
You weren't aware.
You weren't aware.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You get the one you weren't aware one-time button with the IRS. You can call them if you do have penalties and interest for the first time in your life, and you didn't know because it was a late filing. I can guarantee you they're going to mark off the whole bill for you. Guarantee you. Just request was called a one-time tax abatement. All right.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I know the answer, but I'm just gonna ask you. Is April 15th the deadline for all taxes? Meaning, do we still file taxes?
This is the question.
I have a question. A scenario.
Yeah.
I work a W-2, like a regular.
It's a W-2, not a W.
All right.
He said, "I'm not ready for you right now."
I have a regular job, right? And I'm due to get a refund.
Yes.
I have 7 kids.
Oh man,
Damn.
kids.
I'm gonna get a huge refund.
Yeah, he's definitely Dominican.
He's got the tribu.
Yeah.
Seven kids.
Siete Gopres.
I'm getting a refund. do I have to file by April 15th?
Hold on, I'm gonna answer your question right now. Harlem Strong 007. I guess she be wilding out there in Harlem, taking people out. For anything
Harlem.
for anything or only business. No, this is only business.
March 15th.
The only businesses that fall into that category are corporations, partnerships, and S corps. Schedule C's are still due by April 15th. But to answer your question,
If you do if you have like a wax business,
a wax business,
yes,
Wax
do you
business.
file?
what is
March,
your formation? So that's my first question. What's your formation?
I don't know. I don't know.
LLC.
No, he's throwing up gangsta. He's
Damn. he threw the Alto Manhattan up.
What's that?
He
You
threw up the heights. You see that?
what's
The
that?
heights.
Yo, what's that? I don't know. No, I know what he's trying. So if I have a wax business,
You wax your pussy.
my wax. If I have a wax business, and what's my deadline? My formation is I am just regular, like
I Am Legend.
No, what is it? What is it?
my regular. They just pay me. They pay me.
No. When I say
Zelle,
formation, your state formation. What are you? LLC, S corp,
LLC.
LLC. All right. Most people are an LLC,
April
right?
15th.
But they don't know what is their structure.
There you go. He's
Very
learning.
important,
Telling
right?
you.
Yeah, I own Truthful Taxes LLC. What the fuck is your structure? I'm a limited liability company. No, what is your structure? Are you a Schedule C, S corp, corp, or partnership? Which one? I don't know. Go grab your SS4 form, okay? And on there is going to tell you what you are. Very important for people to understand that. Based on your formation, your structure, that's when you have to file. It will say your returns are due April 15th or March 15th. Okay?
Okay.
So for an LLC,
For my wax business,
that's a Schedule C.
Schedule C.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. What is it?
Yeah, okay. Schedule C. Well, let's go with Schedule C.
Okay.
Your taxes are due April 15th. But don't get scared. Your taxes are not really due. Your bill is due,
Your bill is due. That's
not the taxes. So you file an extension, and based on your tax return that you propose so far that you need an extension on, if it says $17,465 that you're going to owe, but you're not filing right now, you got to send the IRS $17,645 before you file with the extension. So you file the extension, they grant it. But if you owe 17 grand, you need to send the 17 grand in also. Then they say, God, but we got our money, and you file whatever you want. Don't worry about it. You get it?
yeah.
You actually have all the way to November, all right, of November 15th of the year to file, because that's the last day of e-filing.
Is it in October?
No. The software allows you to file up to November 15th. I think this year was like November 20th.
Yeah,
it went
19th.
a little higher.
So I have another question.
yeah.
So I didn't care to file. I no longer do waxes.
Okay.
I no longer wax.
Yeah.
I work for fucking the YMCA.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the YMCA. I used to work at the YMCA. Shout out to the YMCA.
So I work for whatever. I have a job. I get paid, but I get a refund. I get a refund every year, and I haven't actually filed my taxes in about 2 years.
Damn.
But
But you're gonna get a refund.
I'm gonna
Say,
get a refund.
damn, champ.
Champ.
So what happens? Am I going to jail?
You are not going to jail.
All right,
And in fact, very good question, Ken. Very, very good question. So
If you get a refund.
here's the tricky part. The IRS is a business. Okay? So watch this. I'm going to ask you a question. Most people are not you as a man, right? Stand-up guy, right? Who's illegal in this country. All right? Most people are not you. So with that being said, if you owe somebody money,
Yeah.
and they didn't alert you that you owe me the money,
Mm-hmm.
would you still give them the money?
I wouldn't know you. I owed you money, right? How am I gonna give you money?
No. Let's say the IRS knows that they owe you money.
That they owe me money. Yeah.
They know that,
Yeah.
right?
They're not gonna tell me. They don't do that.
If you have a refund and you do not file your taxes, the IRS will not contact you and say, "Hey, you have $7,000 here.
That's so messed up.
Please file your taxes and we'll give you the money." The IRS only contacts you when you owe them money.
You owe them.
Okay? So do you know how many billions of dollars every year does not get paid out on taxes that people go, you ready? Here's a good. That's actually great that Ken said that. Let's say the person made 12 grand. And they're like, I ain't filing. I didn't make no money last year. And they have a refund there for $2,200. And they didn't file. IRS holds that $2,200. They don't give a fuck. They'll never contact you and say, hey, we got $2,200. If you file, by the way, by April 15th, you get the money. And even after April 15th, you're not, as crazy as it sounds, you will never be contacted to file if you have nothing but refunds. Yeah. Crazy, right?
That is super crazy. I think you only get 3 years, right? You can only go back 3 years.
You know why? Because they know they're going to owe you a bag.
Huge, like the clients would owe them.
Yeah.
$50,000 for 7 years of back taxes.
I know the reason I asked that question is because I used to get like $700 refunds, maybe the most like $1,000 refund, like single, no dependents,
just breaking the stack.
Yeah, it's just whatever. And then, so I went like 2 years where I was just like, no rush, like I don't whatever.
Yeah, you had refunds those years.
I have both refunds, but I was so used to
IRS never contacted.
Yeah, so I was so used to like getting like small refunds that one tax season I was just like busy. I was like, whatever. I never filed. And when I went to file, I'm thinking like I lost it or whatever the case, or there's gonna be a penalty. Yeah. And the gentleman at the time said, no, you'll get your money back. You'll get all your money.
Yep.
It's only a problem when you owe them money.
Yep. Yeah. So what's due on April 15th is the money that you owe the IRS, not your taxes.
Not your taxes. It's the money you owe them.
But big misconception. But why do they do that? They do that because they would love to have all their money that's owed to them in the first quarter of the year.
First quarter of the year.
Yeah, that's it. But if they don't owe you no money, they don't give a fuck about you filing the taxes.
It's back. Honestly, it's like everything else. It's like July 4 is like holidays. It's all part of the marketing that the country does to keep people in line, right?
Yeah.
It's right. Everyone is waiting for tax season, when in reality you can hold off. One thing I used to do, I used to file taxes after my birthday.
After your birthday?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that I could not spend the money.
Ah.
Right. So I always knew like after my birthday I'll go file.
So if you knew you were getting a rebound, I mean, if you knew you were
a rebound.
Oh,
playing ball.
So I used to was I knew my birthday is March. So
a refund, man.
I would know like, let me not if I get my money in February or early March, I'm just gonna blow the money.
So but you would wait knowing that you were getting a refund and not owing, right?
Yeah. So very important. The big misconception on when taxes are due depends on your business structure. If you are an S corp, if you are a corporation, if you are a partnership 1065 return, you must file by March 15th.
March 15th.
So
that's right around the corner.
That's right around the corner. And guess who's the worst at filing? Right around the corner. Businesses.
That's right. Because they're not ready, right?
And all self-employed 1099 people are the worst people to deal with because they're busy making money, not busy caring about taxes. So they come to you last minute. And unfortunately, if you come to me last minute as a business and you hear that I'm this great tax professional, I'm not dealing with you, bro. I'm going to let you suffer because I don't want to go ahead and revamp your life when you don't give a fuck about your business life. Yeah. You care about making the money and me saving your life. So we got two options here. I could fucking charge you to save your life, right? And you don't want my bill. You really don't want my bill, right? I'm not talking about $300, $400, $500. I'm talking about thousands of dollars to fix your life.
Yeah.
Then in order for you to be in my life, you need to be straight.
Mm-hmm.
not like that, bro. I'm just talking about like you need to have your
Yeah,
shit
you see.
straight. You need to have your shit straight.
You like them
You
straight.
know what I'm saying? And then I'll charge you less. If you come to me already nice and prepared and neat, all right, charge a little $500 for your business returns. 500, like cool. Because I put no effort to knock it out 1 2 3. But once I gotta put effort, then I get paid LeBron money.
LeBron money.
Yeah, I'm charging.
Nice. Tax strategizing.
So I think back to
Tax
not
resolution.
caring. Back to not caring about as a business, right? Comes back to the conversation of, is everyone capable of being an entrepreneur?
Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, I've
This
been
little
seeing
spider.
that.
Look at that nigga. Al, do you think? Do your last Mohican shit that you be doing in
Yeah.
the jungle?
They come and sit.
Yeah. No
I don't know,
Furby.
Furby. What the fuck?
Furby.
Where did you
Nigga,
get
Animal
spiders?
Kingdom over here.
He's a jumper.
He's
Come
a
on,
jumper. So yeah, that goes back to the conversation. Is it, like everyone knows someone that's super talented in something, right? Everyone, we know someone that's like super talented, has a skill, has a whatever the case may be, but constantly fails in their business.
Let him chill.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly fails in their business. It could be whatever it is. They could have 10 different businesses. We all know someone like that.
Right.
Is that person capable? Like, it comes back to like natural skills. You're good at something, right? You're good. John is good at a whole bunch of stuff that he does, right?
Yeah.
But like logistics, he gets lost, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's just good at certain things. He can't help it.
I mean, you.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's like there's certain things that within, even as a CEO, that he's like, yo, that's not my strong point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It
we
just
have-
so happens that he's lucky enough to have like what he's good at overcompensates what he's not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In
I can
business.
see that.
But if he was a horrible money manager, he could have had the best fucking concept in the world.
And it wouldn't have worked.
It would have not worked because his money management is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So the fact that he's horrible at aesthetics doesn't really affect him because he has a tax company.
Exactly.
But if his company was, if it was to fucking do marketing or something that has to do with like, he would have struggled. He would have
Yeah.
had to like partner up with somebody that's good at that, and he can handle the other aspect. So
Yeah.
there are people that we come across that, unfortunately,
I think most of the businesses that we come across are individuals, self-employed, and we've flown the world already together.
Yeah.
And I have not met one person, swear to God, in the entrepreneurial space that
has it
was
all.
a machine. That literally was a machine. A machine where they had the front end covered with making money and then know how to run the back end. Nope. Or they know how to run the back end but can't generate a dollar.
Yeah.
I have not met one person yet. And I tell you right now, I'm proud to say this at Truthful Taxes, but we teach them. It's not over a one year period. This is over hundreds of hours and thousands with some of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have a new girl named Yilda Garcia. First year tax partner, absolutely killing it. She's producing the highest numbers we've seen as a first year tax partner ever.
Mhm.
And right now, she's doing the first part of entrepreneurship, making that money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now, what has to be taught to her, because the money's going to come too fast,
It's how to manage the money.
she has to learn how to manage the money, which comes with the back end. The back end keeps you out of jail. The front end pays for your home. You understand?
I understand.
Income that you make pays for your home. Controlling your business and being in compliance keeps you out of jail. Most people, that's where they fail. How many people we run into that make so much money that they haven't filed in 5 years?
Most
All right.
most of my new clients.
Correct. Then when you see that they didn't file, you also ask about their financials, and they're like, "Oh, but I spent the money here and spent the money there." But then when you go to Instagram, they got the nice houses, nice cars.
The
Well,
truth is there.
yeah, and you're like, "Well, I know you spent the money," and then they complain when they can't get certain things or get a business loan
A
or
house.
yeah, exactly. It's because they failed to go ahead and comply with the basics of business. So teaching this young girl how to carry that load is more important for us at Truthful Taxes, but that's a mentorship
That is.
that you're going to receive
That's a
throughout
life-
the years.
That's a life coach.
Because the girl could do very, very well, right? Yoda Garcia, she can do very well, right? And bro, I think in 3 weeks, you got like 20K, dogs, in 3 weeks. If you've never made that in 3 weeks,
Yeah, you're off to the store.
you're off to the moon with this. So therefore, what's going to happen now? I feel like it's a fiduciary responsibility to teach this girl how to carry her money. You know what I'm saying? That comes with daily, not daily, but yeah, daily.
Yeah.
Daily talks, watching, also her fucking up to go, see that it's a heavy bag, right? You see how everybody came out the woodworks? You see how you need to put away this amount and that amount? You know, it's teaching the people, and that's what we do at Truthful Taxes. We teach our partners as they become more successful how to manage the load that you're about to carry. 1, the stress of entrepreneurship. 2, the money that comes with this part. And then I would say 3, overall, the new life that you're about to live. Right?
Yeah.
And
That's
right
so
now you're
important.
going to that. Right now you're
Yeah.
going to that, right? You've been with us in the beginning. Now you work for us in-house, full-time. So who you are right now has been hundreds of hours of us spending, and I'm talking about at least this part of you, right? There's many parts of you, right?
Yeah.
But this part is hundreds of hours sitting down, talking, experiences that you hear me go through, where it starts to mold you without you knowing. And you become this amazing financial guru. And then what happens is people trust you because your life is stable. They say, oh, wait, well, he's self-employed. I've seen him over the last 5 years. He's doing much better. Man, he's strong. Like, he's good. But wait, I'm in shambles. Oh, hey, Alex, can I ask you a couple questions? Now they see you as this icon, but you don't even look at it like that. You're like, nah, I just want to help you. What's up? What's going on? But it's through moldings, little bits and pieces of a picture that need to be painted in the entrepreneurship world. And that's what we do at Truthful Taxes with all our tax partners. We do it on a case-by-case basis because the reason why it's case-by-case basis is because...
Everybody, I think, his development is different.
Correct. When we see that you really want it, we tell you, come, let's work.
You got tapped on the shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see it and I'll be like, good job, watching, keep it up, But some people make too much money too fast. And then they think that the money is the actual, I'm good now. You're worse now. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You're worse. Because you lose this, you're never going to fucking get it back. You know how many rich people lose everything they have and they cannot get it back? What do? They go to the nearest roof and they jump because they can't see themselves living the way they used to live before.
But that's when you're
It's a rough
attached to.
one.
That's when your identity is attached to a persona, a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make it their entire identity.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then that's when you get those stories like that, sadly enough.
Right.
Yeah. No.
So
I live here. I break this all down. I break that whole office down, put a bed. If I got to do it, I got to do it. TV, I already got cable. We won't notice the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wash my balls in the sink. That's it.
that's it.
For real.
He gave us a visual of his
No, I'm
balls.
dead serious. Like,
The fact that
Kenny's still thrown off. I knew it.
yo, bro, this guy. But that's
No,
what
totally
happens.
understood
That's
that.
what happens. Or they allow other people to apply pressure, right?
yeah.
So that's where it comes from. And then, like you said, they commit. Somebody's phone is vibrating.
I mean, if we
No, that was me. You're not in competition with anybody. You're in competition with yourself.
with yourself.
Well, yeah, but that's not everyone is not like that. As you can see, people do compete, and you don't even know it. You'll be surprised, like, oh shit, they're competing. Like people compete, and it's like, oh, so
Yeah.
you're competing with me. I didn't even realize it.
Sometimes you're like,
Correct.
yeah, you got somebody.
and that's perfectly fine. Like when you're around a group of people that all like minded, there is a healthy competition. It becomes a problem when it's not healthy.
Yeah,
right?
I get that. Yeah,
So-
that's like
so
friends, you know, healthy competition.
a healthy
that's
competition is fine. Is when that's a thin line. There's a real thin line.
Yeah, there could
between
be
healthy and
more.
not
There
healthy.
could be negative motivators like jealousy and
Yeah.
covetousness.
Well, things like that. Those motivated. I wouldn't even call it motivators, but those attributes come out as the different stages of money are achieved, right? So Ken could be this amazing guy, making money, knows how to hold down the back end, but then it could be 500 grand that changes his mental. Be like, I'm good now. Now I know how to hold it down on the back end and the front end. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good now.
yeah,
Let me start talking crazy. And it's like, oh, damn, it took $500,000
yeah,
to do that.
yeah.
I have a good core of people, right, that I think won't happen, depending on the money. Like, I think if they made $2 million,
You know what's
won't.
crazy?
They won't.
Okay, so
But it took 40 years to find 6-7 people like that. It's crazy.
I have okay. How I have a question.
It's crazy, but it's
This
true,
is
bro.
How I have a question
Finding good
because
people.
how important is that? How important is that?
What factor?
The feeling like, yo, I have
People who really got my back.
not to have your back, because people will have your back, but like, yo, they see 50 grand, 100 grand, they won't go crazy.
Yeah,
How important is that? Because the
because
reason
a
why
lot
I'm
of
saying
people
that-
haven't seen that money.
correct, but
Yeah.
the reason why is that, and maybe is the jaded or my perception, I'm expecting it. Like I'm expecting, like I'm in life
Yeah,
expect that at some point life is gonna life,
life is gonna life.
and someone
I've
is
been through
gonna
enough
say,
experiences, especially in the last.
so I won't be
3
hard,
months.
like
Heartbroken. I get
Yeah.
you. It's like it's more like a defensive mechanism than
it
anything
is.
else.
It's exactly a defensive mechanism, and
That's
maybe
what
that's
that
why
is.
maybe I have it, and that's why I'm asking the room is
You don't want
like-
you don't want to be sad. I mean, look what John just went through. You know that makes people not only sad but extremely angry. you know?
correct.
Yeah,
So,
I'm mad.
So you know when you go through things like that, you know, and then you don't ever want to go.
But
through something
that's
like that.
what I'm saying. How important it is, right? Because you're putting the trust in people not to.
But I think that the energy and look, there's two things to that coin, right? You could protect yourself and be like that, or you could be who you really are. And even though that there's a risk there, there's always a risk there because people are the human beings are the most unpredictable thing in this planet.
They're not. I actually think they're not. So for instance, every time someone has done something, right? And John is like, yo, I'm kind of like, okay, I saw that. There's not one time that someone hasn't done anything that hasn't said, yo, have you realized this? Have you seen this? X, Y, Z. I see it so far out.
Because those are the caliber of people that you've been dealing with for the
So-
most part of your life, so you know
Correct.
how to identify them.
Right away.
But that same perception, that same modus operandi, you know, that way of operating can also hinder you.
It does hinder me, and I know that. So, and I know that if pushed onto someone like a John, it will hinder him because for him, peace of mind is knowing like, yo, I have this core 7, and $1 million is not gonna change him or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, oh, but human are gonna human, and they're gonna life, and
Humans are gonna
out of 7, you're lucky if you get 3 to be.
So one of the
Stick
things
around.
that
I agree. I mean,
So-
it's tough.
the an approach of how I deal with people is I let you in,
Mhm.
and then I allow you to be let go. I don't let you earn trust with me. You start off with trust off the top.
Yeah.
It's very quick to find somebody not to trust. So it helps me eliminate people fast
Yeah.
instead of taking too long.
It's exhausting.
And then you fucking do something stupid. I trust you for 6 years and you fuck me. It took me 6 years to trust you, and you still fuck me. So I'd rather trust you because people see right away, grab, steal, 1, 2, 3. A thief would steal faster if you let him into your house instead of telling him, hey, you know, hang out with me for 6 years. They're going to get deterred. They're going to, yeah, cool. You tell a thief, my door's open. They're going in, they blitzing that shit. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Let the door open. Cool, come in. But I got my gun waiting. I'm like this, like, yeah, come in, I'm watching you. Oh, you're doing good. Oh, you're not bad. Oh, okay. He's a nice guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Oh, shit, cool. But if I take time and think that I'm going to develop a relationship with you, then trust you, and then you still fuck me,
That's
I
exhausting.
wasted time. I wasted time. So I eliminate more people off of my trust.
Yeah.
You eliminate people by trusting them
Yeah.
than by
Yeah, DMX said it, but you see them from what they are.
Yeah.
It's exhausting trying to like keep up with like, can I trust you?
Too
Can I
much.
not?
Too
Can I
much.
trust you?
It's too much.
Let me put these systems in place.
I do think yes.
And a lot of the times, I mean, I can speak for myself. Like that level of control can be important to you because you're protecting yourself. But at the same time, you know how exhausting
It is.
to be there, sitting there like, yo, is this guy the real deal or he's not? And is this guy this?
Yeah.
Just let them see them for what they are.
Yeah.
Correct.
See them for what they are. And it's, you know, guys, you see them for their fruits. You see, they'll let you know on their own who they are. Obviously, some take a little longer.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even
You know what I'm saying?
I've had this conversation with individuals that have made millions and lost it, and have had this conversation. And every time I get in the room with someone that I know that lost it and experienced some type of betrayal, my question is always, when did you realize it? Right? And they
Yeah.
all said years before.
Yeah.
That's why, like, they see it. They just
They see the person, the kind of person they're dealing with.
yeah, but they see it and don't react until
I mean, sort of
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
sort of.
So
I
it's
can
like-
relate to that because I mean, in
you
all,
dealt with it.
and all
You did-
relationships
yeah.
are different. I didn't. I can honestly tell you, I didn't expect it. I didn't. I could expect him doing that to somebody else
You
because
didn't
I
expect
knew
it,
who
but
he was.
He gave you all these signs that he's capable of doing it.
Be-
Yeah.
be-
1,000%.
1,000% because of who he is.
So if
The mistake I made was that he wouldn't do it to me.
no, he'll do it.
Ah.
That was the mistake I made, and it was my best friend.
If I do it, if
You know
the-
what I mean?
if-
Like literally my best friend.
It just took a certain situation
So-
for him to do it. That's it.
So it took that situation.
But and let me ask you, was the situation over money? Think about it.
yeah,
Yes or no?
Either that or he was just jealous of me.
yeah.
No,
And I would like to think it was the money because come on, bro. Like,
100%.
No.
And it wasn't even a lot of money. It just took a certain amount of money where he was like, nah, that's all me.
I don't even know if
It's ego.
you know. I never had the conversation with him because you know I needed my like. Nowadays, I don't feel anything. Like I don't feel mad. I don't feel nothing because I'm in such a great place.
Because everything happens for a reason.
And that because I
But
really
Back
believe
to,
in that.
Back to the thing is
But when it happened, it was
correct. Back to the thing
like-
is you you know what you're dealing with, right? It's
But
like,
I knew him. I knew him.
it's like the guy that it's
I
like
knew him.
It's like the guy that kept the lion in his Harlem apartment. Right?
Yeah.
Eventually,
That
he's
shit
gonna,
was on the
on the news.
Yeah,
he kept
recently.
his cub until he grew into a lion, and eventually it attacked him.
That's crazy.
So how many times you have people that you had a cub that eventually
yeah.
try to bite? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's
I didn't prepare for that. Like, you know, I didn't it's
that's
not like I was
right.
like, yo, I see it coming. It was always to me, it was always like, I see him for who he is, but I know the guy's working in his life and he's gonna change. It was like it was a
when I
it was a
experience
crazy
it
ass
or
betrayal
something
one.
that happens to that extent, I always try to not come off as insensitive,
Yeah.
because if you get hurt, I'm saying he betrayed, I don't want to come off as insensitive. But my true thought is,
Yeah.
who we talking about? He's been doing
But
XYZ,
but
right?
that's-
So
that's
when
sad,
we
though.
come across, so that's
live
why
like that.
it is sad, and is a coping mechanism, which I totally understand that I do.
Yeah.
But it's
Like
That's why I said how
I
important
learned
it
from
is.
it though.
How
So
important
what
it
I
is.
could say to that is this: maybe I do protect myself more now.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I honestly do. You know, even my loyalty and the way I am now, even though I still give it, but I know that I'm protecting it. You know what I mean? Because you know what you can give. And you don't want that taken advantage of again, man.
Earlier,
Like, that's how I feel nowadays. But like I know that I'm in a new place and that I have to be different. I can't have that mentality that resulted from what that betrayal was to me.
I had a question that I had earlier.
I just I honestly don't believe people no more. I think people lost the benefit of the doubt with me. And I just need to protect my space.
You just need to protect a little bit, man.
But
it's like
so I have and this is a question that I asked.
that's crazy.
This is a question that I asked early on. Is do you think it's possible to conduct business?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm looking for this answer because it'll make my life a lot easier in this space of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Can you conduct business without having to build this like bond with the potential person?
Yeah.
And the reason why I ask is because it is common in the space. So I know when people are trying to conduct business because you start seeing them like BFFs, right? Like this, like this romance, bromance, girlmance, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You start seeing it, and it's obviously for the common interest of potential business.
Yeah.
My question is, and this is done across the board. This is norm, right? Can business be conducted without having to have that?
I think that business can be conducted at a certain level, a platonic. Like it doesn't have to be like you said, buddy, and all that stuff. I think that when you do business with on those levels, it is what it is. It's strictly business, right? Doing business with somebody that is a friend or somebody.
But it's not like, so how common it is, right? That you see people, mutual friends or acquaintances start getting into business. They start hanging out. Then they build more of that relationship. And then the families mix and all that great stuff. And then shit goes south and it's like, it's just one of them is going to say,
well, that's the thing.
It's just business.
Well, that's the thing, right?
It's just the famous line of, hey, it's just business.
And that's why contracts are so important.
Correct.
Because if contracts are written out the way they're supposed to, if both parties or all parties involved discuss the contracts, lawyers discuss the contracts, you went over the contracts, everybody's straight, everybody's fine. If anything happens, this is what's gonna happen. You okay with that, Kenny? John, you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
We all signed off to it. So
you ever been married? You ever been married?
Oh, that's a whole nother gig though.
Okay, same thing. You buddy, you sign a contract.
You been married?
I haven't been married, but
I'm just saying,
like my brother went through a bad divorce, so like I know
it's
what
the
that
same
is.
thing. Everybody's happy. You agree to a contract, and then.
Yeah, but you know what marriage is.
Marriage.
I think this nigga been married before.
It's harder for me to
You're
find.
taking it
It's
serious,
harder
man.
for me to
Bro.
find. It's harder to find great business partners. I could go find 3 wives
Damn.
Yeah.
before I can find one great business.
Well, this is
partner.
what I'm saying. It's different. It's a different type of contract you're signing there.
Think about it. When is the last? And I'm not going to include
The contract.
You have great
marriage favors the woman too.
Correct, but marriage favors the big bank in a business.
What do you mean?
I mean, the business is gonna favor the one with the most.
Bro, if you
money
sign a
and
prenup, I don't care what businessman you are. If it said 50%, you're losing 50%.
50%. So, my thing is, can you conduct business when it's strictly business without having to build? Because at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
At the end, is it common? Because every person that I see in a conducting business has to include that element of bonding.
It's not just the element. It's like, listen,
And then
like
when
us
business
here,
goes
right?
wrong,
It's like you and John.
It's like a breakup. It's like people break up like.
Well, it's because
like-
you guys, if you guys are building something together, you're spending time with each other. It's only natural for you guys to form a bond and a friendship because you're working on equal goals. So, it's not out of the ordinary for that to happen. It happens actually most, like you're just explaining. But can you conduct business without it? Yes, you can. I don't have to hang out with you every day to be the best partners that you ever had, because it all falls down. What kind of person am I doing business with?
Yeah, what kind of person? Yeah.
What kind of person am I doing business? Did I do my due diligence to find out who that person was? Because when you go into the next levels, guess what, man? A PI might be something you need.
So
You know what I mean?
So-
to investigate before you get in bed.
correct.
Because as you go higher up, you have more to lose. It's not no more about $500, $1,000, or whatever it might be.
It's a couple of M's.
Talking about big
But-
money.
And the reason why I say that is because in that people that are conducting business at a high level, and we're not speaking high level business, that component is used often
To what? Solidify that relationship?
to benefit them long term. So it's either in the negotiation part, or at some point that line, if they're smart enough, they use that to blur the lines.
Use what? The friendship?
The friendship, the bonding that's
To
being
blur what lines? The ones that were written on a contract?
correct.
But the thing is, you could blur it all you want, but if the contract said what it said, you're done.
Before the
You
contract
can't
is
get
even
mad.
signed.
I can't get mad. John can't get mad. Now, if it was something that was done before, then you would have had. See, this is why every time you do a deal with somebody, a calzón quitado. Something my dad told
John
me.
knows what that means.
A
What does
calzón quitado, underwear off. We naked here. We showing it all off.
that mean? Hell yeah.
Alright,
My
a
type of-
calzón- a
that's your
A
type of party.
calzón quitado. We're gonna put it all down on the table. All right.
Yes,
You like
John.
wearing speedos? There
John
they go.
said, sign him up. John said, sign him up for that contract.
What I'm saying is that everything's already spoken of, man. And if business is not conducted like that, that's why you have these moments afterwards. But you said this, but you said that, it's in the contract, my brother. Now, if you want an amendment or you want something to be changed, we're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna have to talk, you know what I
I'm
mean?
at the point that I don't want
Johnny's
no
a
more
hug.
business partners.
Yeah.
I don't
Anybody
want-
coming in now,
I
they
don't want
gotta
no more
they gotta go
investors.
through the line.
I don't want no more investors. I don't want anybody in my life that's new. I'm fucking done right now
Yeah.
with people. I'm done with people.
Yeah.
Like
You have to keep, and then you have that. See, those are the dangerous scenarios.
what Paulie, you know Paulie,
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course,
Paulie
P.
Malignaggi. Shout out to Paulie Malignaggi.
Champ.
the champ.
2-time world champ. He's one of my investors, long-time business partner, about 8-9 years already. And I recently went through something. He goes, "Hey John, you have new money. New money needs to be protected. Old money is protected. It's 30 people before you can even sit down with that person who has that money. You got to get to 30 people on old money in order to sit down with somebody. Before you get to Trump, this is like literally word for word. Before you get to Trump,
Yeah.
you got to sit down with 30 people only to have a conversation with Trump. Doesn't mean you ain't even in business yet because he's old money.
Old money, damn.
New money, people are coming out the woodworks left and right. Old money, you can't even come out the woodwork because you got to get to 30 people to get to him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, that makes sense. He goes, that's what happened in my boxing career. I made millions and millions of dollars fighting, and I had new money because my family didn't make that. And everybody was my cousin. Everybody was my brother. Everybody was my sister.
Word.
Everybody had this
New
best
York.
business. He goes, everybody had this best business proposal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he what was that big restaurant in Soho?
Yeah, he told us about it.
I know. I
You
used to-
actually, yeah, you,
I've been there. I
you've been there.
It
celebrated
was
a
a
birthday.
big name.
big nice restaurant.
I know.
By the water?
I remember. No. I
Or-
remember.
No.
No, it was, I forgot the name.
It was in
Water?
Chelsea over there.
Yeah. I know where it is. But
But he
Beauty and Essex.
Beauty and Essex, the restaurant.
Beauty and Essex.
Paulie owned a piece of that, and he gave his some earnings from a fight. He did really well, and he sold it, and they cut him a good check when they sold it. You know, they sold it to like another big chain,
Nice.
and he did really well. And then but before that, and then after that, he's invested in many other businesses
That failed.
and it wasn't the business that failed; it's the people who failed the business.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came across me, and then we've been together 8 years.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
official,
a
man.
even in that space, that even to be an investor, like there's people that won't take your money even if it's $10 million.
I won't take somebody to give me $10 million right now. I won't take it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
won't
no,
take it.
I'm not even gonna say 10 million.
I won't
I
take
won't take 100K from someone right now. I won't.
The energy is not worth $10 million.
It's not worth
the headache is not worth
no.
$10 million.
I
You
won't
don't
take
understand
it.
this.
I get offered money all the time.
Yep.
get
I
it.
understand if you're living in the project, somebody.
I won't take it. I won't take it.
Nah, 10 mil in the projects.
Got it, 10 mil. But let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Come on,
I was
Ken.
offered.
Like, that's your way out.
Let's be
Like-
realistic. I'm not talking about 10 mil. Let's be realistic.
100K.
I've had over 200K offered that I turned down plenty of times in my life.
Mm.
Plenty of times.
It wasn't worth the headache.
I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to deal with it.
And see, this is where it goes back to what we were
So
talking about.
when I work is to be able to, because we don't have the luxury. I don't have the luxury right now to turn down, right?
Mhm.
It's just so many times you could turn down some money, right? Because you don't have the luxury. So when we move around and work, it's towards the point where it's like, I don't, because there's times, you know, I've seen it. I've seen people go into business knowing the partner is not good. Damn, I'm gonna have to go into business with this person.
Oh shit! Damn.
No, I've seen it.
Damn.
Yo, they told me not to go into business with this person, but
But I have to.
I have no choice.
I
Like,
have no choice. Shit.
like that person got the bag or whatever the case may be. I've seen it. They just gotta come on. That's like going to work. That's like fucking going to work with you hate your boss.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling either.
That's like fucking.
Shit sucks.
You know the person does bad business.
Yeah. But you have a lot of people in this life that will ignore everything you just said.
Correct.
Just
Which
say-
if we're really gonna have the conversation, there's people that do bad business, not because they do bad, it's because they ignore the fucking red flags. It's like there's girls that have a whole bunch of relationships.
Yeah,
It's not that they're whores. It's that
that's who they are.
they ignore red flags. It's not that they chose like, yo, no, they just ignore the red flag. Guys
Same.
treat them like shit.
revolving door.
Revolving door. There's people that do that in business as well,
Get into place. Yeah, you're right.
right?
That does happen. You just get into business with some people that you shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have. You've seen it. But
Yeah.
what drives them? It's either ego, greed, or like the
Or hope.
hope.
The sadness of it when it's hope,
hope.
bro. They're just hoping, like, you know what, man, they're gonna do the right thing. They're gonna
Yo,
do the right.
John has been
Blessed.
blessed that his drive to like do great
Yeah.
hasn't resulted in like some crazy shit, right? Because
Yeah.
you will ignore certain shit just because you want to create this legacy and this greatness.
Yeah.
He's blessed that he has a fucking.
A lot of things can happen along the way, bro.
I've seen it.
People give up pieces of themselves, who they are.
Yeah,
Some of it get lucky enough to just have the lessons, man.
correct.
Just the scars. You know?
Okay, so
But doing business with going all back, going back or retracting back to, not retracting, but going back to what you were saying about just dealing with friendship in a business. What exactly were you trying to express in that you would rather do business with somebody that you don't have to be friends with,
correct.
or that somebody that
Correct.
you would have a friendship with?
I
And the reason for you saying that, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it because you'd rather not be disappointed, or is it because you see it as a hindrance,
I just see it like it's a common
fallout?
That's my phone.
Yeah, that's probably yours. So it's a common fallout, basically,
it's
to why businesses don't last.
I just see a pattern, and then I see in everyone like that. Hold on.
Yo, he said, I'm answering live. This our podcast.
So it's a pattern that I see just across the board, and I just wonder from people like.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just-
look, bro,
just looking
I
for-
think I could do business with both. Only thing is that when you're my friend, and it depends. Like again, the individuals that you deal with, you know, it takes some time to get to know people. You know what I mean? And I mean, lucky for us, you know, where we come from, we've dealt with a lot of fakeness.
Hold on, I gotta take this call.
So it gives us an opportunity to be able to, you know, to be able to see things. Sometimes you just don't see it, man. And
Well, love is blind and business is blind.
I get you, bro. Word is born. Love is blind and business is blind, bro.
Yeah.
And speaking of Love is Blind, do you watch the show?
No, I know it is.
Oh my God, I gotta go watch an episode tonight. My girl got me on this. Come on, watch this. Love is Blind. These fucking experiments on TV, bro, with these people, like they talk to each other in pods, and the girl won't know how the guy looked like, nothing, and then they got to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the type of shit that's going on in this world right now, man. Yo, we had a crazy little episode right now, man. We
I think
we went into a few things, man.
It stems from a bunch of complications over the last couple months, right?
Yeah, I mean, thank you for letting us in a little more. You know,
yeah,
definitely, we definitely appreciate the sacrifices.
I think people are mad right now, with just a lot of different things, right? Like Abdel's tight right now. He'll man up. He's tight. He goes, damn. Fuck that nigga, no doubt.
He knows we playing.
Nah, but if your feelings are sensitive,
yeah,
you might take it personal. If you take it personal, can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember, we on a podcast.
I learned that when I come into this room,
I said, nah, chin up. You're good in my book.
Tell him, Charlotte's Web, chin up. All right.
I told him, chin up.
Chin up.
I told him, chin up. You know, and then I went right into business, asking about a couple of loans that are sent. But people hear stuff like that might take it offensive. Like, you took offensive on a podcast then.
Yeah,
that's all it took. It took me saying
one little,
you know, but laughing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck that nigga. Yo, chill. Yo, no, oh well, can't do nothing. You know, because if you said that to me, I'm like, nah, cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But you know, it is what it is. I don't care.
No, at the end of the day, you know, especially
I care, but I just don't have the energy or the time to care about it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we could all understand. I know I could, bro. From what you just went through, I know where you probably are. I can't even say I know, but I can actually say that I kind of feel for you. And
I'm in the worst
thing I can tell you,
to
bro,
care about something. I'm in the worst. I'm in the heat of tax season, and I got this whole other division that's opening.
Yeah,
I got to focus my energy on that.
Yeah,
I can't.
Your energy has to be spent well, bro.
Spent very well to make something great, and
to make something great.
That's this tax season, along with what I'm building on the other end, and it just can't evolve anytime for this nonchalant stuff. Like, oh, he said this and he said that, and detrimental things. Yo, if I cannot think about it, I'm not gonna think about it. I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
You know, because if you deal with it now, then you lose opportunity as well on your personal life. So you know what? I'm not going to miss my opportunities. I'll deal with all the chaos that doesn't produce anything.
It's crazy how you're able to...
I have a compartment.
Compartmentalize all this stuff.
Yeah. I could literally... I'm not even joking.
That's
Pamela and Chris and the girls at the office say it very well.
That's makings of a great
They've
leader,
been around me for several years and been through around a bunch of different instances where they recognize a pattern and go, Sean could eliminate you in 2 seconds out of his life, like, and not care. He has a switch.
Yeah.
Like, he has, you know why? Because I can accept you with open arms to the fullest, but I could cut you off the same way because I feel that if it gets to the point where I got to cut you off, what you did was very detrimental. So it's worth me not speaking to you no more. You understand?
Easy.
Now, if you be playing around and, you know, you by mistake, you drive up to my house and you bump the back of my car by mistake. Oh shit! Like, yeah, cool. That's not detrimental.
Yeah.
But if I see that I can't trust you,
yeah,
and I see that I caught you stealing money,
yeah,
done. I don't care if I spent $1 million on you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah.
Let's go, champ. All right, guys. Here we are as Jonathan Hernandez answers another call here at Truepod Studios. We want to thank everybody that tuned in on the IG Live, as well as those that are going to be tuning in on the YouTube channel. Please don't forget to follow Jonathan Hernandez on IG, Truthful Taxes. You can also follow Kenneth George at Kenny Taxes, or if not, you can follow him at DMG Decoded Management. And you can, of course, follow me at Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up, guys. We appreciate, again, you guys tuning in. Kenny, stepped out. He had to go do some business calls. Again, we've been in here for a little bit. We appreciate everybody, man. We look forward to seeing you guys back on. What I'm going to do for you guys is that I'm actually going to hop back on to the podcast, so stay tuned for some new episodes. We're out of here. Cheers.
Why they talking like they go? Just don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmate. I'm in a 2-seat, doing drops like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty ass, she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch him off sides, he won't make it, no.